In the history of America in 1990, there was a young man named Sani. At the time, he was 25 years old and employed by a company in America. Sani was known for his passion for sea travel, surfing, and swimming. He loved spending his free time by the sea, often organizing parties with his close friends. As the summer vacation season approached, the company announced holidays for all its employees, and Sani was thrilled to have some time off from work to relax and unwind. One day, during lunchtime at work, Sani met up with his friends and shared the news of the upcoming holidays. They were all excited and quickly made plans to head to the seaside for a vacation full of enjoyment and celebration. Sani was incredibly excited about the idea, and they decided to embark on their journey on the coming Sunday, the 23rd of March, to explore the beautiful seaside of North America. The day ended with the final decision, and Sani spent Saturday packing a small bag with swimwear and his trusty surfing board. The following day, he woke up filled with happiness and excitement. Sani and his friends gathered their bags filled with drinks and party essentials, picked Sani up and hit the road, eagerly anticipating the adventure ahead. The journey was long, but the beautiful weather made it all worthwhile. They finally reached their destination, and the weather was beautiful. They selected a perfect spot by the seaside for their party and fun. Sani and his friends celebrated with drinks and food, and when they felt like it, they snapped pictures to capture the moments. Sani couldn't wait to get into the water. He changed into his swimwear and grabbed his surfing board. With waves crashing around him, he ventured into the sea, savoring the thrill of the ocean. He reached the middle of the sea and paused to immerse himself in the experience fully. As Sani was enjoying the waves, something unexpected and terrifying happened. A massive tiger shark emerged from the depths of the sea. Silently, the tiger shark approached Sani's surfing board, and before he or his friends could react, the shark launched a shocking attack. It clamped its powerful jaws around Sani's board, leaving Sani in utter shock at the unexpected attack and the tiger shark's grip on his body. Sani cried out for help as he struggled to free himself from the shark's grasp. His friends, who had been witnessing his enjoyment just moments ago, were now seeing a life-threatening situation. They reacted swiftly, running towards the water to save Sani's life. They knew they had to act fast, but they also knew the dangers of dealing with a powerful predator like a tiger shark. Without hesitation, they alerted the safety staff on the beach, who were equipped with tools specifically designed to handle situations involving dangerous sea creatures. Together, they carefully approached the tiger shark and worked to release Sani from its grasp. It was a tense and nerve-wracking situation, but their coordinated efforts paid off. They managed to free Sani from the jaws of the tiger shark, and then, with great care, they carried him to the safety of the shore, where his friends were anxiously waiting. Sani had lost a significant amount of blood, and his condition was critical. They immediately rushed Sani to the hospital, where a team of doctors and medical professionals sprang into action. They worked tirelessly to stabilize his condition, control his pain, and address the severe injuries he had sustained during the shark attack. Thanks to their expertise and dedication, they saved Sani's life. After the initial treatment, Sani was transferred to a hospital room for further care and observation. The doctors explained to him and his family that his injuries were quite severe and would require an extended period of recovery. Sani would need at least a month of bed rest to heal from the internal injuries he had suffered in the shark attack. Sani's friends continued to be a source of support and encouragement throughout his recovery. They kept his family informed about his progress and were there by his side during his hospital stay. In the end, Sani's resilience, the swift actions of his friends and the beach safety staff, and the expertise of the medical professionals at the hospital played crucial roles in saving his life. In 2000, a young girl named Zio was pursuing her university education in New Zealand. She lived with her family and had a remarkable passion for water and seaside travel. Zio was not just an ordinary student. She was a famous swimmer at her university, known for her love of the sea. Her fascination with the ocean led her to embark on a unique journey one fateful night as she delved into the mysteries of the New Zealand oceans. One evening, Zio found herself searching for information about the beautiful and mysterious waters of New Zealand. Her curiosity grew, and an idea started to take shape in her mind. she decided to plan a trip to explore the Sea of New Zealand, a venture that would soon become an unforgettable adventure. Zio eagerly shared her plan with her close friends, and to her delight, they were equally excited to join her. They agreed to undertake this thrilling escapade after completing their upcoming exams. With the date for their adventure set for February 23rd, Zio and her friends began preparations. They packed their bags with essentials, including swimwear and party supplies. The day finally arrived, and there was excitement and happiness as Zio and her friends set out on their journey. They hit the road in Zio's car with music playing and a sense of adventure that promised to create lasting memories. Upon reaching the seaside, they found a bustling scene with many people enjoying their time by the water with their families. They had fun, enjoyed a little party together, and captured memorable moments with photographs. After a while, Zio proposed swimming, and her friends enthusiastically changed into their swimwear. Zio, being the passionate swimmer she was, swam further into the sea. Her friends knew about her unwavering love for the water, and they watched her as she swam deeper. It was during this moment that a sudden, heart-stopping event occurred. A massive and dangerous tiger shark emerged near Zio, and she was horrified. She cried out for help and began to swim frantically, but the shark swiftly closed in, gripping her leg tightly. Zio's friends were alarmed when they heard her cries and saw the water turning red with blood. They were filled with fear and helplessness. The tiger shark's attack escalated, and within moments, the creature attacked Zio's legs, leaving her friends in shock and despair. They screamed for assistance, hoping someone would hear their desperate pleas. Miraculously, a nearby ship crew caught wind of the girls' distress. They rushed to the scene to investigate the commotion. When they arrived, they saw a horrifying sight: a tiger shark attacking Zio. Swiftly, they took action to save her life. They deployed some sort of deterrent in the water, causing the shark to lose focus on Zio. The ship's staff retrieved her from the water and hurriedly returned to the shore. Zio's condition was dire, with severe injuries to her legs where the shark had latched on. She screamed in pain as her friends and the ship's staff tried to help her. Without wasting any time, they rushed her to the hospital in a race against time to save her life. At the hospital, medical professionals sprang into action, providing urgent treatment to Zio and working tirelessly to control the extensive bleeding. Zio was admitted to a room, and the doctors delivered a somber prognosis to her friends and family. The attack had left her unable to walk, as her legs had sustained severe damage. The harrowing shark attack had an enduring impact on Zio's companions, who were profoundly affected by the ordeal. The university staff, who had been informed of the incident, came to offer their encouragement and blessings to Zio as she fought bravely to recover her life. Her family, too, stood by her side, providing unwavering support and strength during this challenging time. As time passed, Zio continued to grapple with the physical and emotional scars of the attack. Her resilience was genuinely inspiring, and her journey towards recovery was met with both hurdles and triumphs. Although she would never forget that life-altering encounter with the tiger shark, Zio's determination to reclaim her life was a testament to the power of the human spirit. Zio's story serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of life and the strength that can emerge from adversity. Her love for the sea, her passion for swimming, and the bond she shared with her friends and family played crucial roles in her journey to recovery. Despite the unimaginable trauma she endured, Zio's spirit remained unbroken, and she went on to inspire those around her with her unwavering courage and resilience. In 1990, in the history of Japan, a man named Afan led a busy life as a businessman, often preoccupied with meetings and office work. However, amidst his demanding schedule, he shared his life with his beloved wife, Ava. Afan, an adventurous and passionate traveler, was known for his deep fascination with the oceans. His yearning for adventure and the desire to create memorable moments with his wife led to a significant turn of events in their lives. One day at the office, Afan found himself lost in thoughts about the sea and its mysteries. The idea of planning a romantic tour to celebrate their upcoming anniversary and the cherished moments of their lives began to take shape in his mind. That evening, he shared his exciting plan with Ava, and her eyes sparkled with anticipation. It had been a long time since they had made such plans together. Ava had never seen the seaside in her life, and the thought of exploring the beautiful coast of Japan with her husband filled her with joy. The decision was made, and they chose the following Sunday as the day for their adventure. In the days leading up to their trip, Afan and Eva started packing. Afan lovingly assisted Eva with the packing, ensuring everything was ready for their special day. Finally, the long-awaited Sunday arrived, and the couple woke up with happiness in their hearts. After a delicious breakfast, they loaded their bags into the car and started their journey. Along the way, they made several stops to take pictures together, capturing the moments of anticipation and excitement that would soon turn into unforgettable memories. By 11 a.m., they had arrived at the picturesque seaside. The breathtaking view of the water and the vastness of the sea filled them with awe. Afan, always the adventurous one, had an idea to make their celebration even more special. He had booked a ship for a scenic trip on the water, a decision that would soon lead to both joy and an unexpected twist of fate. Many other excited travelers joined them as they got on the ship. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and a sense of adventure. The ship set sail, taking them further away from the shore and deeper into the tranquil waters of the Japanese Sea. Afan couldn't wait to start clicking pictures to document their day. He focused on capturing the beauty of his beloved Eva, who looked radiant against the backdrop of the sea. However, while capturing these precious moments, a sudden mishap occurred. Eva's foot slipped, and she accidentally fell into the water. Afan, reacting instinctively, plunged in after her, clutching onto the camera. The onlookers were shocked, and Eva's cries of distress filled the air. Afan was now in the water, swimming towards Eva, but their ordeal had only begun. Unbeknownst to them, a dangerous tiger shark lurked beneath the surface. When the shark sensed movement in the water, it circled toward Afan, who was still trying to reach Eva. The situation escalated rapidly as the shark closed in on the scene. Panic erupted on the ship as passengers shouted for help. The sight of the massive tiger shark approaching sent shockwaves through the crowd. It was a terrifying moment as they realized the danger they were in. As the tiger shark drew nearer to Afan, the panic and chaos on the ship escalated. People desperately pleaded for assistance, knowing the situation had taken a dire turn. The colossal tiger shark was dangerously close to Afan, who was desperately treading water trying to stay afloat. The ship's crew, understanding the situation's urgency, immediately sprung into action. They gathered equipment and life-saving gear and swiftly lowered it into the water to aid Afan. Time was of the essence, and they were determined to rescue him from the jaws of the massive tiger shark. With the crew's quick thinking and coordinated efforts, they managed to save Afan just in the nick of time. Their actions were heroic, and they averted what could have been a tragic incident. The crew's tools successfully prevented the shark from doing more damage after pulling Afan to safety. While Afan was undoubtedly shaken and injured from the encounter, the immediate danger had passed. As he was pulled back onto the ship, Eva, who had been anxiously watching, was overwhelmed with relief. The traumatic experience had taken its toll on both of them, and they longed for safety and medical attention. A call for help was sent out, and the ship quickly turned around to head back to the shore. The ship's crew contacted the local medical team, alerting them to the urgent situation at sea. As the ship approached the coast, the medical team was waiting to provide the necessary assistance. Afan was rushed to the hospital as soon as they reached the shore. The medical staff worked diligently to assess his condition and provide the immediate care he needed. After a thorough examination, it was determined that although he had sustained injuries, he was no longer in life-threatening danger. Throughout this ordeal, Eva has been a pillar of strength for her husband. She had watched in terror as he battled the shark and was relieved to have him safely by her side. Her love and support had been crucial in helping them both get through the traumatic experience. News of this harrowing shark attack spread quickly, and it captured the attention of Japan's media. Interviews were conducted to gather the details of the incident, and the story of Afan's courageous encounter with a tiger shark became a topic of national interest. This incident served as a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the importance of a quick and effective response in the face of danger. The heroic actions of the ship's crew and the medical team undoubtedly saved Afan's life and prevented a tragedy from occurring. As Afan gradually recovered from his injuries, he and Ava reflected on the events of that fateful day. Their trip to celebrate their anniversary had taken an unexpected turn, but it had also reaffirmed the strength of their bond and their resilience in the face of adversity. The couple's story, which had begun with a simple desire to celebrate their love and create cherished memories, had transformed into a tale of survival and triumph. Their love had endured the challenges of that day, and they emerged from the ordeal with a renewed appreciation for life and the precious moments they shared. In the years that followed, Afan and Ava continued to explore new adventures together. Still, they also cherished the quiet moments when they could simply appreciate the beauty of life and each other's presence. The incident served as a poignant reminder that life is fragile and that every day is a gift to be treasured. In 1988, a young man named Aryan embarked on an adventure that would change the course of his life and leave an indelible mark on those who knew him. At the age of 23, Aryan was a university student hailing from a middle-class family. He was passionate about traveling and spending time near the water, a hobby that would lead him to an unforgettable journey. One day in the bustling halls of his university, Aryan excitedly shared his plans for a new adventure to tour the seaside. He had been diligently saving money for this extraordinary escapade, and his enthusiasm was contagious. The vision of Aryan equally enthralled his girlfriend and friends, who decided to join him and pledge their unwavering support. Together, they forged a plan that would become one of their most cherished memories. The group decided on Sunday, the 3rd of March in the coming month, as the day of their adventure. They couldn't wait to embark on this new experience, and anticipation built as the day approached. Aryan, in particular, was excited and counted down the days with the promise of a fun and memorable outing with his closest companions. As the long-awaited day finally dawned, it was brimming with happiness and excitement. Aryan, his girlfriend, and their friends assembled at the meeting point. The journey to the seaside was a breathtaking one, and they marveled at the scenic views along the way. The camaraderie between Aryan and his friends and the affection he shared with his girlfriend made the journey all the more magical. Upon their arrival at the seaside, the group couldn't contain their awe. The beauty of the ocean, the sound of the crashing waves, and the serenity of the beach captivated them. Aryan was particularly enamored, spending quality time with his girlfriend and friends, cherishing the moments that would forever be etched in their hearts. With a zest for adventure, Aryan decided to plunge into the sea. He dove into the crystal-clear waters and swam with joy. The feeling of freedom and the excitement of being in such a beautiful, natural place were overwhelming. But little did Aryan know that a moment of terror awaited him. As he swam, reveling in the experience, a shadow loomed behind him. Unbeknownst to him, a massive tiger shark was silently approaching due to the presence of prey in its territory. The immense predator, with its powerful presence, went unnoticed until it was perilously close. Aryan suddenly felt a chilling presence behind him, an eerie sensation that something was amiss. Turning around, his eyes widened in shock and fear as he beheld the enormous tiger shark closing in on him. It was peaceful at the beach until Aryan let out a scream of fear. The disturbing sound startled everyone, including his friends. In a horrifying turn of events, the tiger shark launched a ferocious attack on Aryan. The vicious predator relentlessly pursued him out of instinct. Aryan's attempts to swim away and defend himself were futile. In seconds, the tranquil scene turned into chaos and despair. Aryan's body was severely wounded, and the tiger shark's sharp teeth cleaved it into 2 gruesome pieces. The sight was nothing short of a nightmare, and onlookers were in disbelief. A mix of horror, shock, and sorrow rippled through the crowd as they witnessed the horrifying attack. Aryan's friends, laughing and enjoying the day just moments before, were now weeping and traumatized by the unimaginable tragedy unfolding. Stricken with grief, Aryan's friends, unable to comprehend what had just occurred, watched helplessly as the once thriving adventure turned into a devastating tragedy. The tiger shark, having completed its brutal attack, silently slipped back into the depths of the sea, leaving behind a scene of devastation and sorrow. As they made their way back to the shore, the group carried with them the weight of the heart-wrenching news of Aryan's death. The shock and grief were too much to bear, and it was an agonizing journey back to reality. They had left with the promise of adventure and joy, but returned with a heavy burden of loss and trauma. News of the tiger shark attack spread quickly, and Arian's mother received the devastating message that no parent should ever have to face. She was unable to accept the tragic loss of her beloved son and fell seriously ill, leading to her hospitalization. The grief was all-encompassing, affecting not only Arian's immediate circle of friends and family, but also the entire community. Arian's memory lived on in the hearts of those who knew him. His girlfriend and friends would forever carry the bittersweet recollections of that fateful day that started with such promise and ended in a way none of them could have ever imagined. The story of Arian's adventure and tragic end became a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life and the fragility of human existence. In the end, the memory of Arian served as a poignant reminder to cherish every moment and treasure the time spent with loved ones. His short but impactful life was a testament to the beauty of adventure, the joy of friendship, and the importance of making the most of every day. For no one knows when life may take an unexpected and irreversible turn.